yet is being done. At the moment, we are in discussion stage. But let me say this, that it was a very important conference, the first of this kind. We've had conferences like this with other, trading blocks, with 5 or 6 African this, African that, and so forth. But this was unique, I think, in the way it was structured, and also the way to participate in it. That why it was multilateral, to at the same time also bilateral. There was no communique. It wasn't an aid pledging conference. So I cannot say that this is how we benefited because no commitments were made in terms of specific grants or whatever to African countries. The idea was to explore, I think, the relationship that has existed between Africa and the United States for a long time, concretized into a more formalized relationship. And one of the issues raised was where do you move from here? Is there going to be some kind of structure to follow up? And I think the President has indicated that this is not one-time kind of thing. He has indicated, I want to make sure that I quote him properly, but he has indicated that there will be some follow-up, there will be mechanisms. In fact, he said that there will be another conference. He didn't say when. He said, to use his own words, that it takes a long time to plan these things. I'm sure you know how it is. So at some point, he said there will be probably another conference to follow up on. So this is a process that has started. The important thing that it has started, discussing a number of areas, not in a particular order, but we had the question of investing in the next generation. That was very important, the issue. The issue of food security, nutrition, and also the issue of peace and security in the African region. I think those are the main themes. Within those, there are some sub-themes, certain detailed aspects, but those are the main ones. And the discussion was, yesterday there was a panel discussion, and the President chaired, and 2 or 3 people spoke. Today it was different. The President chaired, everyone was free to speak. We were given 5 minutes or more. Some were allowed to speak the second time. But people expressed their views on what should be done. In our case, in the case of Malawi, I talked about 3 things. I talked about the fairness in trade between Malawi and our traders, especially in terms of price of goods. For example, tobacco, where obviously we have no control, that the prices are controlled by consumers. Which fine, we expect some kind of fairness in negotiating that. So we talked about that. The second topic was on the youth skills training. We talked about skills, the program that we are going to start in Malawi. And everyone actually, the whole place, everyone's talking about skills training. So that's a big issue there. I explained to them that as far as Malawi is concerned, if you do all the jobs that are in the private sector and the government, put them together, they will not accommodate even 10% of the job seekers, which means 90% will never ever get jobs, never at all. So what I was saying was that 2 things we need to do. First, change the mindset, so that people don't feel for you to be worth anything, you have to wear a necktie and and a white shirt and be in an office. That are equally important satisfying jobs outside the clerical office type. So once you change that mindset, then the next is now how to train people. So we talked about we're planning, as you know, we're hoping, well, this has not been announced yet. So Malawi Jana is be patient, we're still working on this. But we hope to start this coming year, 2015, these colleges, community colleges, probably one in each district, where people will train, things like welding, carpentry, plumbing, bricklayer, and whatever. And in that curriculum, we also teach them how to entrepreneurial skills, how to start a small business, and then also how to service loans, credit loans. So that when they finish, they'll be able to start their own businesses, and they'll also be able to service loans. That's essentially what we're we're going to do, and we discussed that. As you know, our program has drawn the attention of the International Labour Organization. They came to Malawi recently, they saw us, and the ILO has